Hello students, today we will be doing an important mechanism which is substitution nucleophilic reaction, and we will do SN2 reaction today. This topic belongs to alkyl halides and aryl halides, but it is applicable to all the chapters of organic chemistry. So what happens in any organic reaction? First we will discuss that. Suppose there is a substrate here. In any organic reaction there is a substrate is the main compound which is involved in the reaction or whose reaction we are studying. There is a attacking reagent is a substance which attacks on the substrate and it produces the product. So whenever substrate react with reagent, an intermediate is formed, or a transition state is formed. And then finally it leads to the formation of product. So substrate is the main compound which is involved in the reaction. Reagent may be electrophile or it may be nucleophile. Intermediate can be carbocation, it may be carbon ion, or it may be free radical. That is, positive charge on carbon is known as carbocation, negative charge is known as carbon ion, and single electron or unpaired electron is known as free radical. Or there is a formation of transition state, and this finally leads to the formation of product. Now whenever nucleophile is involved in the reaction, or whenever the attacking reagent is a nucleophile, that reaction is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction. So whenever substitution takes place with the help of a nucleophile, see, I will give you an example. This is Rx. You are treating it with a nucleophile. This is negative charge. You are treating it with a nucleophile. Nucleophile will attack here and it will replace this X. It will get removed. So what will happen? Nucleophile will get attached here and X will be removed. So this is what is happening in this reaction. Substitution is taking place. X is replaced by nucleophile. So substitution is taking place. Substitution is taking place with the help of a nucleophile. So it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So now we will discuss what is SN2 reaction. SN2 stands for, S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophilic, and 2 stands for bimolecular. So it is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. I hope this much is clear. So substitution reaction is when any group in a compound is replaced by any other group. It is known as substitution. Whenever substitution takes place with the help of a nucleophile, it is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction. In this video we will be studying what is SN2 reaction. It is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now for this, first you must know what is the mechanism of SN2 reaction. Now suppose we will take the simplest example. Carbon is there and 3 hydrogen bonded to it, that is methyl group is there, and a halogen is attached to it, suppose Cl. So this is methyl chloride. It reacts with a nucleophile, suppose OH minus. So it is nucleophile, it is methyl chloride. What will happen? This hydroxide, it is a better nucleophile than Cl minus. Now CCl bond is a polar bond. Polar bond means chlorine is more electronegative, so it will develop partial negative charge. Carbon will develop partial positive charge. Now this is a nucleophile. At which center it will attack? At the electron deficient center. Because this is electron rich, it will attack at the electron deficient center. What is the electron deficient center here? This carbon is the electron deficient center. So OH minus will attack at this carbon and this Cl will remove. All this will happen in a single step. So we can write here. See, this is carbon. CCl bond will start breaking. So we are making it with dotted lines. CCl bond. OH bond will start forming. OH. Clear? So since it is removing here from here, then there is a hydrogen here, 3 hydrogen are here. Clear? So this is the transition state here. This is the transition state. Now as you can see, this transition state is pentavalent in nature. Pentavalent means this carbon is bonded to 5 groups at the same time. So it is a highly unstable state and it is finally converted into the product. So Cl will completely leave and this COH bond will completely form. So what you will get is COH and 3 hydrogen on this carbon. So this is the product form. So you will get methanol at the end, starting from methyl chloride. This is methyl chloride. See the mechanism again. We have taken a simple molecule methyl chloride. Attack is done by a nucleophile. So it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. This OH will attack at this carbon because this is a polar covalent bond. Carbon has partial positive charge, Cl has partial negative charge. So OH will attack here from the back side. It will attack from the back side because both are negatively charged. If it is going from the same side, they will repel each other because they both are negatively charged. Their electron clouds will repel each other. So the attack of the OH will take place from the back side. So it will go from the back side, attack at the carbon, and at the same time this CCl bond starts breaking. This bond is breaking and this bond is forming. This is known as transition state, highly unstable state, as carbon is pentavalent here, bonded to 5 groups at the same time, and finally it turns into methanol. So this is the mechanism of this reaction. Now on the basis of this mechanism, we will discuss the characteristics of SN2 reaction. Now first characteristic of this reaction is it is a single step reaction. It is a single step reaction. That is, there is a concerted mechanism. Concerted mechanism. Now what is the meaning of this? See, the CCl bond breaks and the OH bond is forming in the single step. So all is taking place in a single step here. The formation of OH bond with the carbon and the breaking of Cl bond with the carbon. That is happening in a single step. So it is a single step reaction known as concerted mechanism. Concerted means all together in a single step or doing together. So it is a single step reaction. Second, see, this is rate determining step here, the first one, because this is the single step, it is a rate determining step. Now second is, what is the order of this reaction? What is the order of this reaction? See, in this step, what is happening? The nucleophile, this is the nucleophile here, OH minus, and this is methyl chloride, that is substrate. So the order depends upon both the concentration of the nucleophile as well as the substrate. So you can write the order is 2 for this. If you want to write the rate law for this, rate law will be equal to K. It will depend upon the concentration of substrate as well as the concentration of nucleophile because both are involved in the step. So when this transition state is formed, both the nucleophile and the substrate concentration matters. Means the rate depends upon the concentration of both nucleophile as well as the substrate. So rate law can be written as R is equal to K substrate into nucleophile. That means if you increase the concentration of the nucleophile or if you increase the concentration of the substrate, the rate of reaction will increase. Next is, what is the molecularity of this reaction? Molecularity of this reaction is again 2 because 2 species. What is molecularity? The number of species involved in the, or the number of species which collide simultaneously to form the product. Now here 2 species are colliding and they are forming the product. So the molecularity is 2. Next and the most important is, here the attack of nucleophile occurs from backside. attack of nucleophile occurs from backside. Means if CaCl bond is present in this way, OH bond will attack from the back. Why? Because both of them are negatively charged, their electron clouds will repel each other, so it prefers to undergo attack from the back side. So attack of nucleophile occurs from the back side, and when the attack occurs from the back side, there is an inversion of configuration. See, here you can see Cl is present on this side, then the product is formed, OH is attached on the back side. So this is known as inversion of configuration. Inversion of configuration means if you have taken a D form, it will change into L form. Means dextro will change to levorotatory. So attack, if it is a chiral carbon, so attack will occur from the back side. That means inversion takes place. Inversion of configuration takes place. And this inversion is known as Walden inversion. Walden inversion. So this is the next point. Attack will occur from the back side, that is inversion of configuration takes place. See, you can understand like this. If you have an umbrella and there is a high wind blowing, the umbrella get inverted, so upside down. So that is known as inversion of configuration. So here in this, inversion is taking place. Cl is present on this side, OH is attached from the back side. So this is inversion of configuration. So this is the important property, Walden inversion. Now next is, it is favored by polar aprotic solvent. Aprotic solvents are those which do not release proton. Clear? So example are acetone. Acetone cannot release its proton. CH3, COCH3. It does not have acidic hydrogen in it. Then dimethyl sulfoxide. Dimethyl sulfoxide is CH3. In place of CO, you are putting SO. So this is dimethyl sulfoxide. Dimethyl formamide. Dimethyl formamide is HCON. CH3, CH3. So it is dimethyl and formic acid formamide, HCO and H2. So this is dimethyl formamide. So these are polar aprotic solvents, and SN2 reaction is favored by polar aprotic solvent. Means it will preferably take place in polar aprotic solvent. Next, seventh point is strong nucleophile and high concentration favors SN2 reaction. Strong nucleophile and high concentration. Strong nucleophiles example are OH minus, it is a strong nucleophile. Then Cn minus, I minus, these are examples of strong nucleophiles. So in presence of a strong nucleophile and their high concentration, SN2 reaction will preferably take place. Next, eighth point, the leaving group should be a good leaving group. Leaving group should be a good leaving group. Leaving group is good when it easily departs. So in case here what you have seen, there was CH3 and Cl. So this group which will depart or which will get removed, that is known as leaving group. Better the leaving group, more the reaction will be favored. So the tendency of leaving group is that a good leaving group is one which is a weak base. So if we compare the leaving group I minus, Br minus, then Cl minus and F minus, this is our order for halogen ions. So I minus is the best leaving group, F minus is the least, it is the poor leaving group, F minus is the poor leaving group. And same is the order for the nucleophilic strength. I minus is the best nucleophile and F minus is the least nucleophilic. So next point is the reactivity of substrate, which is the main point, and which you have to look whenever you have to decide whether the reaction will be SN2 or SN1. First you have to look at the substrate. So the reactivity of substrate here will depend upon the lower steric hindrance. See what happens in this. Here what is happening, OH minus is attacking from the back side. So if there is less steric hindrance here, means these groups are small which are attached to the carbon at which the attack is taking place. So the carbon at which the attack is being taking place, if the small groups are attached to that carbon, then nucleophile can easily attack at this carbon. I hope it is clear. Lower, the smaller the groups attached to the carbon to which the attack is being taking place, the more easily the attack of nucleophile will take place. So the main factor which play an important role in deciding the rate of the reaction is steric hindrance. Lower the steric hindrance, more will be the rate of reaction. Clear? So on this basis we have to decide the reactivity of the substrate. Now since minimum steric hindrance is seen in methyl group, then ethyl primary, or we can say primary 1 degree, then 2 degree, and then 3 degree. In the 3 degree there will be a lot of steric hindrance because the alkyl groups are large groups. There will be lot of steric hindrance provided, so the attack of OH minus or the attack of any nucleophile will not take place easily. So you have to remember this reactivity order of substrate. The reactivity order is 1 degree is more reactive than 2 degree, 2 degree is more reactive than 3 degree. So 1 degree will always react by SN2 and 3 degree will always react by SN1. 1 degree does not react by SN1 unless it is stabilized by some factor. So you have to remember 1 degree will always react by SN2 mechanism and its rate of reaction is maximum. Now we have discussed all the characteristics of SN2 reaction. I hope they are clear to you. Now we will solve certain questions based on SN2 reactions. Now first question is, which of them will react faster by SN2 reaction? Clear? Now this, see, you have to identify the order of the reaction. You have to remember one thing, SN 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. 1 degree will always react by SN2 reaction. 3 degree will always preferably react by SN1 reaction. 2 degree can either react by SN2 or it can react by SN1 depending upon the conditions. So this point you have to remember. 1 degree always react by SN2, 3 degree always react by SN1, 2 degree can react either by SN2 or SN1 depending upon the conditions provided. Means what is the solvent provided, what is the type of nucleophile provided, what is the type of living group. So first question is, which of them will react faster by SN2? Identify the type of group. This is Cl is attached to this carbon and this carbon is 1 degree or 2 degree. See, this carbon is attached to two different carbons. So a carbon which is attached to two carbons is known as 2 degree. So this is 2 degree. Here this chlorine is attached to this carbon and this carbon is attached to only one carbon. So it is 1 degree. So here this is 2 degree, this is 1 degree. So it will react faster by SN2 reaction. Second one, here the alkyl part is same. What is different? The leaving groups are different. So you have to identify which is a better leaving group. So I minus is a better leaving group. I minus is a better leaving group than Br. So it will react faster by SN2 reaction. So this is first question. Second, arrange in increasing order of SN2 reactions. See here, this Br is attached to this carbon. This is 1 degree. Clear? This Br is attached to this carbon. It is again 1 degree. This Br is attached to this carbon and this carbon 1, 2 and 3. It is attached, this carbon is attached to 3 carbons. So it is 3 degree. This carbon is again 1 degree. Clear? So there are 3 1 degree and 1 is 3 degree. Now what you have to do, you have to see the steric hindrance near the carbon which is being attacked. In this carbon will be attacked near to this carbon. This is the part. You have to see this part. So this is straight chain. Here this carbon will be attacked. What is the part here? This carbon. See this carbon. This is a tertiary carbon. So there will be more steric hindrance as compared to this. In this case it is a tertiary. It will be least reactive. So we will write third will be the least reactive. Clear? Now we have to compare between first, second and fourth. It will react faster than this. Now coming to this one, this Br has 1 degree near, 2 degree near to it, and then 3 degree. So in these three cases, this will be the most reactive because it is straight chain. So first will be most reactive. Now you have to decide between second and fourth. See, this carbon, it has a 3 degree carbon close to it. This carbon has a 2 degree carbon close to it. So this will be more reactive as compared to second. So first, fourth, then second, and then third. This will be the order of the reactivity. Next one, identify the type of substitution reaction and write the product. See, you have to identify what type of substitution reaction will take place, SN1 or SN2. You have to identify whether SN1 or SN2. So in this case, see, you have to see the type of, this is 2 degree. 2 degree can react either by SN2 or it can react by SN1. So both are possible. Clear? So on this basis we cannot decide whether SN1 will take place or SN2 will take place. Now you have to see the nucleophile. It is a strong nucleophile. Na plus I minus. I minus is a strong nucleophile. So nucleophile is strong. Clear? Then this is a polar aprotic solvent. All these conditions favor SN2 reaction. Polar aprotic solvent and a strong nucleophile favors the SN2 reaction. So what will happen? Inversion of configuration will take place. It is above the plane. Br is above the plane. So the product that is formed is, this Br will be replaced by I. That is, substitution will take place and it will be from the back side or from the bottom. So it is above the plane. I minus will get attached from below the plane. So this will be the product form. The name of the name is 2-ido 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2-idoheptane. Clear? So this is the product formed in this reaction. That's all in this video. I hope you have understood whatever is being taught in this video. In the next session, we will take up another mechanism, that is SN1 mechanism, and then we will compare the reactions on the basis of SN2 and SN1. So that's all. I hope you like the video. Please do like and subscribe it. Thank you.